Hey everybody, it's Mr. Mathblog here, and this lesson is customary length. So this is lesson 10.1 in our textbook we're following, and don't forget all your lessons can be found at mrmathblog.com, and then you'll scroll, you'll see a big yellow toolbar on the right, and you scroll way over, you see 5th grade math. I show that in some of the other videos. So here's our common core strand for our teachers, and our question is, how can we compare and convert customary units of length? So we're either going to multiply or divide, and then maybe add some things later. So here we have our customary units of length. 1 foot equals 12 inches. I think most of you know that. 1 yard is 3 feet. You might not have known this. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. I guess I should have had a comma right there. And then 1 mile also equals 1,760 feet. And what we did is we can take this number and divide it by 3 because there's 3 feet in each yard, and that'll give us 1,760. All right, we're going to use that table to help us solve some of these problems here. So here's one. So Mr. Barnes wants to build a fence along the back side of a building for his summer garden. So here's going to be his garden inside of here. He needs 9 feet of material on both sides and then 6 more feet on this third side on the end right here. And he doesn't need any fencing right there because the barn is going to be right there. So the hardware store sells the material in yards only. So how many feet of material does Mr. Barnes need? So well, he needs 9 plus 6 plus 9, and 9 plus 6 plus 9 is 24 feet. Okay, so Mr. Barnes needs to find out how many yards this is of fencing material he needs to buy. So he'll need to convert that 24 feet into yards. So how many groups of 3 are in 24 feet? Okay, just slide that up. That's that same question right there. So here's a yardstick right here. And then here's our conversion table right here. Remember, 1 yard equals 3 feet, so that 1 yard is going to be 3 feet right there. Okay, so what we're going to do is use this bar model. So how many groups of 3 will fit into this 24 right here? Okay, let's just slide that little piece up right there. Okay, so what does this represent? 24, how many groups of 3? That's going to be 24 divided by 3. So over here, we're just going to go 24 divided by feet in a yard. There's 3 feet in a yard, and so 24 divided by 3 is 8. Remember, 3 times 8 is 24, so 24 divided by 3 equals 8 right there. So Mr. Barnes will need to buy 8 yards of fencing material. Okay, so what operation did we use when we found groups of 3 feet in 24? Well, we used division right there. So do we multiply or divide when we convert a smaller unit to a larger unit? Okay, so we used division to find 24 feet divided by 3 gave us 8 yards. So when we converted the smaller units, feet are smaller than yards. When we converted the smaller units to larger units, then we divide. And then if we converted larger units to smaller units, then we do the opposite. We multiply, okay? So here's an example where we're going to do larger units to smaller units. So over here we're going to use this table for miles. So 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So the distance, whoops, there's supposed to be a C in there. The distance, T-A-N-C-E, let me put that in there right there. That's going to mess that up. So the distance between the new high school and the football field is, I gotta copy and paste this, is 2 miles, okay? So how does the distance compare to 10,000 feet? So we're gonna do, since we're going from miles to feet, we're gonna multiply right here. We're gonna multiply by this 5,280. Okay, so when we convert larger units to smaller units, then we need to multiply, okay? So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and multiply here. So we're going to convert 2 miles to feet right here. Remember, 1 mile equals 5,280 feet, so we're going to need to multiply the total number of miles by 5,280 feet, okay? So over here, the total miles is 2 because the distance between the new high school and the football field is 2 miles. So 2 times the 5,280, okay, and that's going to equal, and I did it 2 ways on this, you guys. I multiplied 5,280 times 2, Okay, and then what I also did is I added it twice together. So here it is over here, 5,280 right here times 2 gives us 10,560. Or since it's times 2, you can just add them together. So if you'd prefer just to add them, just think in new ways. If you just kind of get stuck on, you get in a little rhythm that gets you stuck right here, then remember, it just means you're adding this number twice right there. So anyways, you get 5,000 or 10,560 right there. So that's what's going to go right there. So 2 miles is 10,560 feet. Okay, now the question is asking us, how does this distance compare to 10,000 feet? All right, so let's just slide that little guy up. So we need to compare now, you guys. So we're going to write less than, greater than, or equal to. So we'll put our 10,560 right there. Okay, so that goes right there. And then, so which number is bigger? Is this number bigger or this number bigger? Well, this number is bigger, so our arrow is going to point towards the smaller number right there, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and answer the question. So 10,560 is greater than 10,000. So the distance between the new high school and the football field is going to be more than 10,000 feet. Okay, we're just answering the question right there. All right, so here we're going to convert to mixed measures here. So mixed measures are used using more than one measurement. So here we're going to use feet and inches here, but we can do inches and or we can do yards and feet, or we can do pounds and ounces, or we can do miles and feet. Just but in this one we're going to do feet and inches here. So we're going to convert 62 inches into feet and inches. So say like somebody is 62 inches tall. How many feet tall are they with how many inches? Okay, so we're going to use the table. Okay, so this, remember, 1 foot equals 12 inches right here. So we're changing from a smaller unit to a larger unit right here. So when we go from a smaller unit, the 62 inches, into a larger unit, the feet right here, then we divide. Okay, so let's go ahead and convert. So the 62 inches, we're going to divide that by 12, and that's going to give us how many feet in inches? Remember, 12 times 5 equals 60. So 62 divided by 12 is going to be 5 with a remainder of 2, because 60 from 62 gives us a remainder of 2 right there, okay? So you'd be like 5 feet 2 inches tall if that's how many inches you're tall right there. So 62 inches is equal to 5 feet 2 inches right there, okay? All right, I always tell students that I'm 5'13". Used to be 5'14". Anyway, I'll explain how to convert mixed measures of 12 yards 2 feet to a single unit of measurement in feet. Okay, so how many feet is this? All right, so to convert a larger unit, which is yards, to a smaller one in feet, then we need to multiply 3 feet times the 12 yards right here. So 12 yards, there's 3 feet in each yard, so we're going to multiply. How many feet is that? 3 times 12, and then we'll add this 2 extra feet right there. So 3 times 12 is 36, and then when we add the 2, we get 38 feet total. All right, you guys, I hope that made sense, and take care.